Hello everybody and welcome back to Dragonwing Diamonds. I am here today with a WIP in chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about my week. This week we are going to be working on Read a Book by Mari945. This is a Jaded Gem Shop kit, and I am almost done with it. We're like 2 rows away from being, well, a row and a half technically, away from being done, so. And I swear I did not plan this. It just worked out this way. So what I'm going to be working with, I have my yellow cat-proof tray. This is in the Lean Boy, my favorite size from them. I am using my Butterfly Effectwares pink lemonade pen because it's literally the only pen I have with yellow in it. I don't know how that happened. I do know how that happened. And then we got, I'm using Oh Snap dots in the hot cocoa scent for my single placer, and my multi-placer I'm using Snickerdoodle dot dot putty from Butterfly Effectwares. I kind of went with these scents because they kind of screamed library to me. And then of course for my washi I am using this absolutely amazing library washi tape from Amanda Michelle Designs. So yeah. Okay, sorry about that. So let's get into this. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week. Ours has been really good. It's been very busy, but it's been good. Oops, I did not even grab the plastic with that. There we go. Yep, so Zero seems like he's doing really well after getting fixed a couple weeks ago. When the day this video goes up, which is Wednesday, of course. I'm filming on Tuesday. But at this point, he is basically back to normal. He still has the stitches in, but they're like dissolvable stitches. So just waiting for them to slowly go away. But the incisions both look great, and he is just, I mean, I would say his normal self, but he's his normal self plus a little bit calmer, I guess, is the way to say it. I know sometimes when male dogs can get fixed, they can have a little bit of behavioral changes, and I have definitely witnessed, we've been seeing that definitely a lot in Zero. He's not as crazy all the time, which is really nice. He actually will sit and cuddle with us now, and it's just it's been going really well. So yeah, all is good. And we've officially got him transitioned over to sleeping in the bed with us, which is really exciting. It's really nice being able to have him upstairs with us instead of down locked up in a bathroom now. I'm really glad that he transitioned quickly. Did have a little rough patch with it yesterday morning, which was Monday morning, because we got them all transitioned over during the week the boys weren't with us, and so yesterday was the whole shebang, well, minus band, because Alex is now done with band because he had his band concert a couple weeks ago now, but we basically were doing our normal schedule with getting the boys up in the morning and on the bus and all that, so it's okay, that kind of messed with the schedule a little bit. Because he got up and it was oh, it's time to be up, and it's no, 6:30 or 7:30 is not the time to be up. But this morning he did a lot better with it. He after everybody left the house and everything like that, he just basically chilled out downstairs while I was asleep upstairs, and then he came up right before my alarm went off, so I was oh, hello. But yeah, it's been fun. So far, only one night he's stolen my blankets, thankfully, but yeah, it's been quite comical. So let's think back to the week. So last week was a lot for me. I'm not going to lie. I'm gonna get real with you guys for a little bit here, but I also have some happy things to talk about too. Well, I'm not saying that this part's not happy, but it's just, this kind of been my reality. So, I'm sure most of you know that Katie over at Dimes and Washi put up a very amazing informational video on autism. I think like 2 weeks ago now. And like basically she talked through her journey in like her diagnosis and all that stuff like that. And as she was talking about stuff and I'm listening to this video, I'm like, I'm realizing so much of the stuff was stuff that she was talking about were things that I did also. And I'm like, oh, okay, so that's something. And then, of course, she also posted links to some resources and stuff like that. And so I did go over to the resources she posted, and one of them had access to the RADSAR, which is the testing that basically it's online testing, but it like kind of basically asks you a bunch of questions about how you handle certain situations and stuff like that. And then from that, it'll give you a score. And then based on the score you get, there's like a little chart that says like, this is where you rank, or like, this is where you are. So I took the RADSAR after her video and stuff like that, and turns out I am autistic. So that, why do you always have to yell at me, computer? So yeah, that is what I was kind of, like, I know I hinted at something last week. That's basically what I was hinting at, like why my mind was kind of going crazy, because it's like, now I'm sitting, it was more so last week, but I was sitting there like thinking back on basically my entire life and trying to figure things out. And, you know, I had a lot of, like, I know I masked a lot when I was younger, because I find I do it, and I don't know why I do it. It's just my mind just automatically does it. And by the way, if you hear any banging in the background, it's my fiance messing around with the power supply for the Xbox. But like, there's like situations I would be in where I would talk like people around me and laugh like them, because, you know, I'm trying to, you know, I was trying to keep them liking me, basically, you know, like trying not to show that I'm different from them. And so, like, that is something I recognized with myself immediately. And I was like, okay, that's definitely something. So definitely had to do a lot of soul searching over the last week. And like, because there's so many aspects of my life that could have been a lot easier than they were if I had known. But, you know, I grew up at a time when they said like, oh, well, women can't be autistic, so it's not a thing. And it's like, okay, whatever, dude. So yeah, that's basically what I've been kind of dealing with last week. I did not sleep well and stuff, because, you know, my mind was just racing a mile a minute and just trying to figure things out. But I'm happy to say I am at a good spot now. I got a lot of thinking out of the way last week, and so now I'm kind of just working on adjusting myself and to my new needs and everything like that. And actually, my fiance sent me a TikTok earlier that was like talking about like autism with parenting and stuff like that, and how we come up with our own coping mechanisms and stuff like that. But as soon as we have a kid, those coping mechanisms get thrown out the window, because the kid becomes the center of our universe. We're no longer the center of our universe. And yeah, I can say I definitely felt that a lot when Sydney was born. Like, I mean, even when the boys came into my life, I found some things that were more of a struggle, and it just like deteriorated a little bit from there. So now that I have this knowledge, I can work with that. And I mean, I have been planning on getting into therapy as soon as I can, but, you know, money. But now that I know, now I know this is an additional thing on top of just anxiety and depression. Maybe it's not anxiety and depression. Maybe it's just the autism altogether. But, you know, I need to get myself into therapy so that way I can figure out how to handle the rest of it and stuff. But yeah, that was a big discovery about myself. And, you know, I reached out to Katie directly and like thanked her for all the information and stuff like that. because it helps. It's definitely helping me a lot because now I know why my brain works differently. There was just so many times where I'd get upset about something, and then I just sit there and I'd be like, what is wrong with me? Why am I upset? Why is this bothering me so bad? And like I said it to my fiance like a bunch of times. Okay, go away. No thanks. Okay. I said to my fiance a bunch of times, I'm like, what? What is wrong with me? And like, just, yeah. And then he would always tell me like, oh, nothing's wrong with you. Just the way your brain works. And sure enough, that definitely is. So yeah, that's a new journey that I will be stepping forward on in my life. And I'm thankful that I was able to find out about this now. And I'm really thankful for Katie in particular, because if she hadn't put this video out, I probably would be continuing on the way I was previously, and I was rapidly declining that way. So I'm so thankful for that. So yeah. So that'll be my new journey going forward. So what happened last week? Last week was kind of chaotic, just like the week before. We didn't really have too much going on. Wednesday, Drake started his soccer, and he seems like he's having a great time with it. So, yeah, Wednesday night I stayed home with Sydney while my fiance went to the first practice, because like both him and his ex-wife said like, oh, we'll go to your practice. Well, originally it was we'll go to all your practices, but then that was when they both were on the same day, because like originally we had them set for same day, same time, but the Saturday league for the soccer didn't have enough people in it, and so they kind of just shifted everybody over to the Wednesday league if they wanted it, or they could choose to get a refund. But Drake decided he said he wanted to pursue soccer, or he wanted to keep going forward with soccer. So yeah, he's doing the Wednesdays now. So basically the way to set it up now is like, okay, well, we go to the first one and then that's it. So then whoever the parent is the week will be with them for that. So, but yeah, so he seems like he's enjoying it so far, which I'm kind of impressed with, because like he reacts in crazy ways when the dog so much as steps on him. Like it's an over dramatic ow and stuff like that. So I'm like, how are you gonna handle getting a ball to the face at some point, But we'll see how it goes. Seems at least he's enjoying it so far, and Alex is definitely enjoying his football, because it's flag football that they're doing. So yeah, he's definitely enjoying that. So yeah, Wednesday, yeah, they went and did that. And then, yeah, I just was home with the baby. Well, it was easy for me because, basically by the time he was leaving, I was giving her dinner and laying her down. It's basically a Sunday night routine at that point. So yeah, not much to say for Wednesday. Thursday was kind of just a normal day as well. We just my fiance was in the office, so I was home with the little, right? Is that what, or was that the day he took off? No, I think that was the week before. My fiance took off a Thursday, but I think it was the week before, not last week. So yeah. So not much really to say about Thursday, I don't think. It was just kind of a regular day. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about the second pause there. Boys are supposed to be in bed, but I think I keep hearing them walking around upstairs, so. Hey. Oh, okay. Shadow, those are really creepy looking. Really creepy looking. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I don't really have much to say for like the end of the week last week. I think it was pretty quiet. Like, oh, I know why it felt busy, because so I mentioned I mentioned that my fiance is picking up a second job with the lab we used to work in. And so he was doing all of his like pre-screenings for that. So he had to go do like the typical drug test, and then he had to do what is called the PPD reading, or PPD's test, and it's basically like a tuberculosis test, and you know, just they kind of just like inject a little bit of fluid under the skin, and then you have to go back in 2 days, or it's like 20 or 48 to 72 hours or something to get it read. And so he was doing that. So I think it was Wednesday he went in to the initial appointment, and then Friday he went and got the stuff read and stuff like that. So that's why it felt busy, because he was doing all that stuff and all that prep work and stuff. But he's got a start date for the second job now, so that's good. That means we got a date for being comfortable again. So yeah, and then what else did we do Friday? Oh yeah, we had discussed going out to the college on Friday because I had to pick up my cap and gown for graduation. But then we were like, okay, well, you got to go running out this way and stuff, and plus he was trying to finish up a big project for work and stuff like that, so we ended up not going out on Friday. We're like, okay, we'll save it for Monday. I'm gonna take a sip real quick. Ow, crap. There's like a screw in this chair, and pretty sure I just cut myself on it. Yay. Okay. Just a struggle bus right now. Yeah, so I think Friday was basically just a chill day. Like, you know, of course I had to keep an eye on the little one basically my week last week was just watching Sydney. So it was nothing too exciting to report back on. But then, so yeah, Saturday was when some fun happened. So we ended up having a crazy day Saturday, between the couple of us. Oh my God, that really hurt. Oh, yep, I did cut myself. Owie. Okay. So yeah, we had a crazy day on Saturday. So obviously the boys were with their mom last week, but on Saturday, their cousin on their dad's side had a birthday party. So my sister-in-law's son's birthday. And the boy's mom had to work, so she couldn't take him to the party. So basically, what ended up happening after football practice was done, she dropped the boys off over here, and then my fiance took them to the party. And that, well, it's kind of funny. I got the good end of the deal here. So yeah, my fiance took all 3 kids to the party, and me and my mom had, oh, that's got a hole in it. Boop. Me and my mom had arranged plans to go shopping. So my mom offered to buy me a dress for our wedding ceremony. Oh, there's 2. That's got a hole in it as well. There we go. Yes, my mom offered to buy me a dress for the wedding ceremony of ours. And so we were like, okay, we're going to start shopping early because who knows how long it's going to take to find it and everything like that. So here we go. So we go to Kohl's. Yeah, so my mom came and picked me up about, like just after lunchtime, and you know, she got to say hi to the boys and everything. So that ended up working out nicely too, because she was able to see them and say hi to Sydney. And oh my goodness, Sydney made her day because she went rushing. Like after she was finished eating, we got her down from her chair, and she like ran over to her grandma for her to pick her up and stuff. It was so sweet. So yes, let's go, brain, let's do this. So yeah, then after that, we decided to go to Kohl's, And like that was going to be like our first stop possibly of, and like I hadn't decided yet if anything else. I'm like, well, let's start at Kohl's and see what we can find. So we go into the formal section and we're looking around and stuff, and I was like, well, I don't even know what dress size I am anymore, because the last time I bought a dress was pre-baby, so my sizes have definitely shifted a lot since having Sydney. So I was like, okay, I don't know what my size is right now, so we're gonna have to figure that out. And so, so we tried on, we grabbed a couple of dresses, and so I tried a couple on and then determined like I'm a size 16 in dresses, which did not feel very good, but I know it's mostly because of my chest, because, you know, I was already a big girl before having the baby, and then after having the baby, of course, they got bigger, so yeah, that didn't feel too great, but, you know, it's nice because I can talk to my mom about this stuff, because, you know, she knows like how I'm feeling and stuff, and she dealt with a lot of ridicule from my grandmother and everything like that. So I keep stabbing myself on the chair. So yeah, it's I feel comfortable talking to my mom about this stuff, which is good, because you kind of need that comfort. Let's do this one. So yeah. But anyways, we determined the dress size, and then we were looking at certain dresses, and then like there's one that caught my eye right from the beginning. And it was one of the ones that I took to try on, because I think I took like a 14 and a 16 to try on. And so yeah, ended up being the 16 that fit, and I grabbed a 14 in the dress that I fell in love with immediately. But unfortunately, like I said, it wouldn't get up over my butt. But then so we got back to the rack and we were looking through it and stuff like that, and we weren't finding the size that I needed. And so we pulled up the Kohl's app and found it on there. So we ordered it, and it's going to be shipped to my mom's house, hopefully by Friday, so she can bring it during my graduation. But yeah, we ended up finding a dress really easily, and then we're like, okay, so yeah, the initial shopping trip was going to be for getting me a dress and getting Sydney a dress for the wedding. And then, of course, my mom asked about shoes and stuff like that, but the dress I got, I actually have a pair of shoes that are going to match perfectly for it, so I don't have to worry about I was like, no, we don't need to worry about shoes, I got some. And then she was asking about jewelry and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I got plenty of that at home, too. I got plenty of stuff that's special to me and everything like that I can wear. But yeah, so we went to the toddler section and looked through for dresses, and I immediately found the dress that I wanted her to wear too. It was like it was meant for Easter, but it'll work perfectly, because it was like it was big and poofy, well, not big and poofy, but you know, it was a little bit poofy, and then it had little butterflies and a rainbow pattern around it, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be cute. And it has a little pink top on it with a little gems or rhinestone belt around the tummy and stuff. So I was like, yeah, this is it. She's gonna look so cute in this. And so we ended up getting that. And then, of course, like as we approached the toddler section, there were these really adorable little bathing suits, and I was like, oh my goodness, I love this. And like mom's like, oh, do you want to get her the bathing suit? And then I noticed like they had the same pattern but in a dress. I'm like, actually, let's get her the dress, because honestly, the bathing suit, she's probably not going to use it very much, because usually when we take her in the pool and stuff like that, we just take her in her swimmer's diapers. So I was like, okay, let's get this cute little dress for her, so she's gonna wear that to my graduation. I'm so excited. It's so adorable, and it's like a little sundress. And then as we were like walking out and stuff, Mom was looking at like shirts and stuff, and I was like, well, if Sydney needs anything, it's PJs right now, because, you know, we have plenty of PJs for like winter and spring, but we have like winter and fall PJs, I guess I should say, But we don't have any like spring, summer PJs for her yet in this size. And so, Mom got like a little two-for outfit for her. So it's got 2 shirts and 2 shorts for sleepy time. So yeah, Sydney ended up getting really spoiled on that shopping trip and doesn't even know it. But yeah, it's like, oh, this is what happens when you let us loose in Kohl's. And then, yeah, I think the whole shopping trip took like maybe an hour, and we're like, okay, well, that's it. Okay, that's it. So we went and checked out and came back home and, just relaxed and chatted for a little bit. And then Mom took off and went home. And then this is the best part. I had the house to myself for like a good 2 hours or so while the kids were all still at the birthday party. And honestly, it felt so good. I sat down, I just diamond painted, I relaxed, I like enjoyed the quiet. Well, I didn't enjoy the quiet. I listened to, like, I was getting caught up on YouTube videos and stuff, so I was like, yeah, this is nice. I definitely enjoyed this. But then, of course, they got back from the party, and I mean, the only two who came, or it was just Sydney and my fiance who came home. He dropped the boys off at their aunt's house because they were doing a family party after that. Oh my God. Because I forgot to talk about the important, well, no, I probably would have talked about it last week, wouldn't I? Well, Alex's birthday was last week too, so basically they dropped him off for like a combined birthday party and stuff. Oh, I know what happened last week that was super exciting. I'm going to switch gears real quick. So the Aurora Borealis, it was actually over our house, invisible. And honestly, we got some amazing pictures of it. And it was such a cool sight to see. Like, I was so excited because, where I live, whenever a natural phenomenon like this happens, it's always cloudy. Like, the eclipse, all I got to see was it get dark and get light again because it was cloudy. I didn't actually get to see the sun at all. So yeah, I was like, oh. So yeah, they were talking about the Aurora Borealis being visible and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, you know what's going to end up happening? We're not going to be able to see it because it's going to be cloudy or rainy or something. No. We were able to see it. And oh my gosh, it was so pretty. Actually, my fiance got a couple of good pictures of it as well. But oh my God, it was so cool. Anyways, I think that was on Friday or Saturday. Actually, no, I think it was Saturday night. Okay, anyways, coming back. So yeah, so yeah, my fiance got home with Sydney from the party and stuff like that, and she was a little grumpus, of course, because, she skipped her nap, and then she was in the car with the boys, and then the boys weren't in the car with her, so then she got very upset on the way home. So, they got home, though, and, they told me about the party and stuff, so they went to a Ninja Warrior gym, like where they have like training equipments and stuff like that for Ninja Warrior, like the stuff for Ninja Warrior, the show. And so like they had a blast doing that. And Sydney got to just roam around, like run around and do her thing and stuff and have a little freedom to wander. I got a cute little picture of her too, just walking around and stuff. And then there's a picture of her up on like one of the wall walk things, or you climb the wall, or you run up the wall as quickly as you can and try to grab the top. Yeah, apparently Alex took her up there and was sitting up there with her. Well, and with help. He did have help getting her up there and getting her back down, so she was safe. But yeah, it was cute. It was a cute picture though, of the two of them. But of course, when she got home, she was very grumpy and upset and stuff. So we like immediately got her eating, and then I think it was actually pretty close to her bedtime too. So we got her dinner, and then laid her down for bed. And I'm pretty sure she fell right to sleep, like immediately to sleep. Holy checkerboard! So yeah, that was our Saturday. And then, of course, Sunday was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers I know, whether you are a fur baby mom, a baby mom, or a mom who's trying got to encompass everybody in this because Mother's Day is a day for all of us all of us female caregivers and all the dads who are taking the place of mom as well. But yeah, so Mother's Day was a fantastic day for me. So I actually got to sleep in a decent amount. So I got to sleep in a bit, and then yeah, we got up in the morning, and basically all I asked for Mother's Day was just to have the day to just sit in diamond paint. That's all I wanted, and that's what I got. I got like a good 7 sections done on Rose Library during the day, and then after Sydney laid down, I was playing Honkai Star Rail a little bit because I was like, okay, I diamond painted a lot today, now I can play some video games. So it was absolutely perfect day, and of course, by the time I came downstairs, I had coffee waiting for me at my diamond painting spot and everything. So it was really nice. And then we're like, okay, what do we get for dinner? So I was saying like, well, I would like Olive Garden for dinner, but like I don't want to like break our budget or anything like that. And he's like, no, that's fine, we can do that. So I got some Olive Garden for dinner, and it was absolutely delicious. I love Olive Garden. Excuse me. I had a hiccup stuck in my throat. But yeah, so we had a good meal, and then just a relaxing night playing video games. And well, no, I lied. That was still on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday we had the dinner because when the boys come back, we usually just get McDonald's for dinner. And honestly, trying to get Olive Garden for all of us while also trying to find something that Drake will eat would be too much. So yeah, we did that Saturday. So Olive Garden for dinner on Saturday after all that. So yeah, it was yummy. And then yeah, I think Saturday I was playing video games too. I don't know, I can't remember. I was very full, so I didn't want to do anything. But yeah, and then Saturday we had the Aurora Borealis show up and stuff, so we were able to step outside and look at that. It was just really cool. It was cool up until the point that people were realizing that it was out, and we live on a lake road, so there's not a lot of lighting out here and stuff like that. But people were driving down the road trying to look up at this phenomenon in the sky with their lights on. And it's like, no, turn your lights off, get out of the car and look. Like, stop trying to look from your driver's seat. But yeah, it was just really cool because at first when we noticed it, it was just like, it looked like green sky above our neighbor's house across the street from us. Because the lake is right there, so finding north is very easy for us. Yikes. Okay. So yeah, finding north is pretty easy for us, and so we kind of had to laugh too because my fiance texted his sister about it, and she's like, "Oh, which way do I look?" And we're like, "North." the northern lights. So that kind of made us laugh. Drill. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip real quick. But yeah, anyways, it was just really cool to see because, at one, like, we even saw it, like, shimmering a bit, too. And, yeah, like, that's probably the coolest thing I've seen in my lifetime now. Just seeing, like, it went from green, and as you look up, in some areas it was green, some areas it was pink, and, like we looked straight up above our house, and that's where we saw the shimmering happen. Yeah, it was really cool, and we got some cool pictures of it. It was a good thing we did too, because my mom missed it. Actually, I think the Aurora Borealis was showing up on Saturday or Friday night, actually. Now that I think about it, because I think I was showing my mom the pictures when she came over on Saturday to take me shopping. My days are all screwed up anymore. This is what happens when you are like a stay-at-home mom with no schedule. Like the only thing I know about days anymore is I know what days my fiance is in the office. Like that's about it. So, yeah. So yeah, that's why I struggle with my days a lot nowadays. How many times can I say days in one sentence? I'm sorry. So, so yeah, Saturday was very relaxing up until the point we got the boys home because we had homework issues again. I think I mentioned this last WIP and chat, but the boys are doing it's called One School, One Book. It used to be 3 schools, 1 book, but apparently the other 2 elementary schools in the area aren't taking part in it this year for whatever reason. So it's just the elementary school my kids go to. So basically they get a book and you're supposed to like read it as a family and stuff like that. And they actually do have like the school provided links to them for like being able to listen to like an audio reading of it and stuff like that. So yeah, the boys have to do that. So we're actually, tomorrow it will be done. We have the last 2 chapters coming tomorrow. But, so it's like something that they had to read a couple chapters each night. And it sounds like on Thursday and Friday last week, the chapters didn't get read. So Alex's birthday, of course, was last Tuesday. And so his mom, I don't know why she thought why she wanted to do this, but she did. So she had a sleepover with, I think it was like 2 or 3 of Alex's friends from school plus his cousins. So it was like another 2 boys on top of it. So it's like she had so many kids over there, and I was like, oh, that's power to you, Ma. Power to you, for sure. But yeah, so since they were having that sleepover was on Friday night, and since he was having that sleepover, they didn't do the reading. He's like, because we were so busy. And then he's like, but we had 2 hours before people came over. It's like, you could have done it in that time. And it's like, well, Mom was busy. And it's like, well, you have the audio recordings of it. Like, if Mom's too busy, then listen to the audio recordings. So yeah, we had that talk with them because of that situation. And plus on top of it, Alex didn't do his reading homework and Drake didn't do his Spanish homework, which, we were very disappointed in Drake because he's usually the one we can rely on to get his homework done. But yeah, so most of Sunday was relaxing up until the boys coming back. Then it was kind of just like a cluster because we're like, okay, now we gotta worry about getting this homework done, and we gotta worry about showers and stuff, and just it was a mess. So yeah, once again, boys ended up losing screens. Like it's not just video games at this point; it's all screens because we were trying to make them realize that homework is important and you got to get it done. So yeah, they lost access to screens they already had them back today being Tuesday, so they only lost them for like a day. So yeah, that was a little frustrating to have to deal with because like once again, just having the same talk over again with Alex about homework and just like, this is not how I wanted to end my Mother's Day. Come on, kid. And he was doing really good, too, because he called me and stuff and wished me a happy Mother's Day ahead of time. He's like, even though I know I'm going to see you later, I just want to make sure I say it now so I don't forget. And I'm like, oh, well, that's sweet, bud. So, yeah. So, yeah, they came back. All chaos ensued and stuff. So, after dinner was done, it was just straight go for my poor fiance because it was like, okay, we got dinner done, now let's do homework. Okay, now let's now we have to shower, now we have to get you in bed. And just a lot of go on that day. So yeah, but seems like because the problem was like their mom was trying to say it, like take the blame for it and stuff like that. And it's like, well, I mean, there were ways around it. Like you could have done this. And so yeah. And then we're just saying like, come on guys, we only have 1 month left of school. I know you guys are ready to be done, but we got 1 month left. Let's just get through this last month and let's start summer vacation strong. So yeah, hopefully they got it. So yeah, that was Sunday night. And then Monday we were supposed to go to the college. Well, yeah, we had planned to go to the college and then go grocery shopping afterwards because there's a good grocery store out by the college, of course, because, you know, college town. So we were going to go out there and stuff. And then Sydney was just having a very, very, very miserable day yesterday. Extremely miserable. Like, girl was crying and didn't know why half the time. So, it was one of those moments of, oh my gosh, what's going to happen when we put her in the car? Because she's upset now. She's going to be 10 times worse on the trip out there and stuff like that. And so my fiance's like, well, I will just go and you can stay home with her and stuff like that. So he did. And I know I was like worried at first because I was like, oh, what if they don't want to give you my cap and gown and stuff like that? But it's like, that was a silly thing to worry about, actually. Now that I think about it, because I'm sure like it's just a cap and gown, who cares? But so yeah, he did pick up my cap and gown, so I have that, and I did try it on yesterday, and it fits, because, you know, it's basically like, oh, here's, put in your height, okay, one size fit all, basically. So I got that all set for graduation on Friday, and then yeah, and then he went grocery shopping, and then basically while he was gone, I laid Sydney down for her nap, and oh my goodness, that girl fell asleep so quickly. We're thinking she might be going through a growth spurt right now because she's been very clumsy on her feet, and she's been very, very grumpy out of, like, for no reason. Like, she's sleeping a lot too, so that's another thing too. She did get up early on Monday because, you know, the ruckus from the boys getting ready for school and everything like that, that it tends to wake her up in the morning and stuff like that. And then she woke up first, and generally after she wakes up, she just kind of, like, stays quiet in her crib and, like, plays around with her feet and her pacifier and stuff like that, and she finds a way to entertain herself. So generally I don't hear her in the morning. But yesterday morning, Zero was, like, going crazy, and, like, he kept running to her door and jumping up on it and stuff, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah, he kept, like, I think he just, like, antagonized her to the point of making her, like, actually start screaming, because she was like, nope, I'm done with this, get me out of here. Plus, you know, hearing all the racket, she probably thought it was us being up, and that's why he was all excited and stuff, but that was not the case. So I ended up getting up, and I let my fiance sleep in a little bit while so I got up, I got the baby up and took the dog out and all that fun stuff. And so, like, I was extremely grumpy yesterday as well because I was tired, because we actually had stayed up late the night before, or I'd stayed up later the night before, because I was, like, anticipating being able to sleep in like normal, and then it just didn't happen. So we kind of just, I was grumpy too on top of it. So me not having enough sleep plus Sydney being grumpy and not having enough sleep did not lead for a very good day for us. So I was very frustrated for most of the day yesterday. And she started doing her temper tantrums in a way where she's, like, slamming her head into the ground, and we're like, oh my gosh, stop, you're gonna hurt yourself type situation. So yeah, that's been adding a little bit more stress to me too, because I'm, like, worried she's gonna end up cracking her skull one of these times from a temper tantrum. I'm sure I'm overthinking it. I'm sure she probably won't get the pressure to do that, but still, I worry. I don't want her to hurt herself. Especially over something as simple as the dog wouldn't let her pet him or something like that, you know? So a lot of stress yesterday. But thankfully, all the other stuff, grocery shopping and getting the cap and gown, went off without a hitch. And then when my fiance got home, he's like, here, go lay down. And I was like, okay. So I went to lay down, and we have a noise machine in our room for when we're laying down with like the boys downstairs and stuff like that, because they tend to not know what volume they're talking at. So, yeah, I go to lay down, and I definitely slept for a little bit, but not very long. And then like the next thing I know, I wake up and I'm like, wait, the noise machine's not on. And I was like, wait, what? And then I'm like looking around, I'm like, wait, do we not have power? So we randomly lost power yesterday for who knows what reason. I don't think we ever really got an explanation for why that happened, but yeah. So that woke me up, and I was grumpy about it, of course. And when I woke up, like I was dealing with like the typical overtired symptoms, like my stomach was upset, my head was hurting, and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of miserable. But after I was up for a little bit, like I sat up, I was diamond painting for a bit. I decided to hold off on eating dinner until my stomach settled, so I was just doing that while the boys were eating. And like at this point, Sydney's already in bed as well, so I didn't have to worry about her too much. And yeah, after a little bit of being up, I was finally like feeling hungry and stuff. So yeah, that was a thing. But yeah, yesterday was kind of just the stressful day. And then we get to today, so it's crazy. Like a lot happened today in such a little amount of time. I know I saw 2 of these, right? Or 1 of these. Yeah, there's 1. So yeah, a lot happened. Let me just toss that. It's just a trash drill. Okay, a lot happened in a little bit amount of time. So basically, we've been trying to get things situated or things planned out for our wedding. So our first thought was we were going to go to the courthouse and get it done. So we started looking into all that, and of course they're like, well, you can't make an appointment until you have a marriage license. So we went and did the marriage license a couple weeks ago, and I know I talked about it on another WIP and chat. And so we already had that in hand. So today we finally got in touch with the town hall, and they're like, oh, well, we're not booking until like end of June right now. And it's like, okay, well, that's like cutting it very close for our marriage license expiring. And so we kind of were just like talking, and it's like, well, one of my friends is ordained, and he like offered to marry us initially, like when we first got engaged. He was like, I can officiate. So we're like, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, why don't we just have him do it? We'll just pick a location and let's do it. And so yeah. I texted him, and I'm like, what are you doing on June 1st? And this made me laugh so hard. He's like, I don't think we're doing anything yet. Why are you planning a heist? I'm like, well, no, we're planning a marriage, but we'll see where the night ends. And then, of course, he's just like, I would pay good money to see you try to pull off a heist in a wedding dress. Yeah, I was laughing so hard at the conversation. My friend is just too funny sometimes. But yeah, so he said he was available on that day, so we are going to be getting married on June 1st, which is very exciting, and only 17 days away, so yay. So we're very excited about that. And then we, like, as soon as we got the date figured out too, we just like jumped into high gear. So I went to the website where my fiance got my engagement ring, and was looking at some of their wedding bands, and it worked out perfectly because there was like a Mother's Day sale and everything like that. So I found a really pretty wedding band, and it was only $60, which I love, because I don't need like the $500 silver band. Like, I'm more than content with just something small like that. And so I got that ordered, and it's actually already shipped out, which is crazy to me because, you know, that was very fast. And then my fiance went and found his ring because he doesn't like having metal on him. It's a feeling that kind of wigs him out a bit. So he was asking, like, do you mind if I get a silicone wedding band? I'm like, yeah, it's perfectly fine, like, whatever you're comfortable in. And then, like, you know, he even asked, like, oh, do you want me to get, like, a ceremony band and this one to wear, or for me to comfortably wear? I'm like, I'm not going to make you pay a lot of money for a metal band that's not going to get worn. I'm like, no, just get the silicone one. So yeah, he got his ordered today as well. So we got our wedding bands ordered, and then I actually have the bouquet from my friend Cassie's wedding. And so I asked her, I'm like, do you mind if I use this for mine? And she said, duh. So yeah. So things are falling into place nicely because I got my outfit, we got our wedding bands, we got a bouquet, and now it's just about finding a location, which we are considering. So like at the end of the road that his parents live on, there's this really nice like outlet to the lake. So we're thinking about that possibly, but we're also like we're still in the talks about finding the location part of it first, but right now. But yeah, we're planning, like we're getting things going, and that's really exciting. So yeah, I didn't think I was gonna make it the whole time, but look at me go. So yeah, that was my week. A lot of craziness, and definitely 2 new journeys I'll be going on, so I'm excited. I'm very excited. And my graduation's coming up on Friday, so there's a lot going on right now. So much going on right now. So yeah, let's talk about what's coming up for the week. So I actually planned things out. I don't know if I talked about it here yet, but I actually did start oh no, I did talk about it on here. But yeah, I do have a TikTok going for myself, as well as I'm doing TikToks for Jaded Gem Shop's profile. So my weeks have been getting away from me because I'm like kind of just throwing caution to the wind and recording whenever, and so I was like, no, we gotta rein this in a bit. So I did a bunch of unboxings. When I say bunch, I mean 3. But I did some unboxings yesterday, so I have those on the backlog. And you saw one of them already with the Satura unboxing that came on Monday. And then, so later this week, what do we got? So, the same day that this is going up, I should be also posting a TikTok to my account as well. So I just try to make sure I'm not missing any of these. Okay, I don't think I am, but I'll prove me wrong in a minute. And then on Friday, I will be doing a Finish Friday for Majesty. Yeah, for Majesty. And then on Monday, I will be unboxing a beautiful diamond painting from Lazy River Crafts. It's Iris, which is a beautiful rainbow angel, so I'm very excited about that one. I'll be doing that one for the month of July. So as of right now, I'm like trying to plan out my kits for July while also taking it easy on myself, because I do have. So I'm always going to have a Jaded Gem Shop kit up right now because of the TikToks I've been doing. Once I finish this one, the next one I have on coming up is the Painter, which is the Farah fan art from Akatar, which I'm excited to work on that one because I did the Reader last year, so this is the next in the trio. So I'll have that one. I'll be kitting up as soon as Bella's done here, hopefully tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. Tomorrow or Friday, or tomorrow or Thursday. And then Satura, I'm going to be kitting up for the month of for the month of June, as well as Iris, because it's got rainbows in it, so that one's going to be my Pride Month kit. And then as of right now, I'm not planning anything else because I'm probably going to be playing some catch up from this month. I grabbed a bunch of big canvases, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish them or not. Like, I know we still got a couple weeks left, but, you know, I'm dealing with that. Plus, I also have a little secret project I'm working on as well. So I'm kind of doing a lot right now. So we'll see what ends up being completed by the end of the month, and then I'll decide more based on that. Although I feel like I'll be in good progress or good position for some stuff. But anyways, so yeah, you'll see Iris unboxing on Monday, and then finish Friday for Majesty, and then yeah, and then we're back to WIP and chats again. So thank you guys for hanging out with me and listening to me ramble for the last hour, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and throw me a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing. How's your week been going? Is there anything exciting happening for you guys? And if you're not already subscribed here and you like diamond painting content, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button down there. We are getting ever closer to 1,000 subs, and I'm so excited. So excited. So yeah, make sure you hit the little subscribe button, and then hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos. Generally, WIP and chats are up on Wednesdays. Mondays you can expect unboxings, and then Fridays are going to be Finish Fridays and small shop hauls and other random videos that I might think of. So definitely hit that bell to be notified. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.